Ah, the gates of Leonster. Okay, I need to remember to bring the sleep staff. Where's Nana? There you are. Oh wait, no, I gotta trade. Sleep staff's over here. Gotta repair it. Okay. The plan? Have Safey use hammer to repair it. Have Nana trade it to Safey. And Safey can use it next turn. That's the plan. Right? Okay. I want Brighton to start this way. Fergus to fall behind. Callian. Finn's still here. I forgot to swap him out. Oh wow. Okay. I have to have Safey go this way. Hammer. Sleep. Good. C rank. Puts target with lower magic to sleep. Nana could just use it. You have 13 magic. I still have to use Safey. So we'll trade. Sleep staff. Go over here. And you know what? Dance now. Let's get speed luck. Nice. Sleep. And Misha, just go to sleep. Go sleep. I think that worked. She's asleep. And not only that, she is off her horse. Or Pegasus, whatever. It's a horse with wings. But because of that, I can now go in guns blazing pretty much. And try to capture more. And Finn's here because I forgot to swap him out. There we go. So theoretically, I could have put Ilios to sleep with that sleep edge. And he would have been put off the horse. I'm curious if that would have... Like, I probably couldn't have recruited him if I captured. It's interesting to know. And since this is Thracia, she's just gonna always be asleep for the rest of the chapter. There's no one to heal her. do know this house is just out of range of the Pegasus. Okay. Brighton goes here. Fergus. Leafus can't steal, so... Here, and I had someone else here, didn't I? Merida, that's who I wanted over here. Because I might be able to get Merida some experience. Okay, let's put it right below Shiva. Okay. It might not have been a bad idea to let Misha get a little bit closer before putting her to sleep. But I think we're fine. We'll be fine. Yeah, go ahead, attack Leafus. Give him that experience. Give him all that free experience. Warp. Brighton's the only person he can attack. Okay, now they start moving down. Wait, why didn't she attack? Okay. They just ended up attacking me last time, so... What are my odds? They have like a 50% chance to hit me. I might be better off with like Silver or Killer Lance. They're just gonna use javelins against me. I have to do 2 hits anyway, so might as well try to get a crit. There we go. Ooh, got point, con, and speed. We'll keep you here. That being said, Kara needs to back out all the way over here. Actually, I'm gonna put her here. Karen's safe. And Dean can handle this? Only if he had a ranged weapon. He can stall him, that's for sure. Okay, I want to capture this guy. Okay. Here. I want Callian to have a javelin. What's my damage? Drops down to 3. So 13? Oh yeah, I could do it in 2 hits. Oh, did my math wrong. Still got a good level out of it. I'll keep Marita where she's at. She might be able to get some experience. But I definitely want to move Leafus here, because I might be able to get this one to attack. I don't really want him to attack the one, but that might happen. Other than that... start bringing some guys closer. That's it. Good. That one moved first. Attack Marita. Hi Actress, how's it going? We used the sleep staff on Masha, or Misha, I mean. I'm going after Callian. Or Fergus, actually. How's the chapter going? Kinda just started. We're just seeing if the new strategy is gonna work. Okay, so they are not attacking. That's weird. They just surrounded Dean. Misha. Yeah, I put her... Was I supposed to talk to her first, or is that just worthless before putting her to sleep? What's this guy? He's just a pirate, but he's green. Huh. I needed to talk to her first. I still needed to do that. Even though it didn't really make that much of a difference. I'm willing to reset if I have to. Because I did jump the gun. I did. I put her to sleep on like the first turn. Because you need to know her motives. Now you're... Oh, okay. Okay. We'll reset. Oops. Why does it say oops? No one died. I don't know. Okay, we'll make this work. Okay. I'll keep everything the same. But it doesn't always say oops every time I reset. It usually does that when it's saving some information for like at the very end, like how many times you died. Oh, I forgot to get Finn out of here. Does motives really matter? I mean, like, does it stop encouraging Leaf just to have the bad guy? Motives matter to recruit Misha. That's how motives matter. Karen, go back up here. Okay, now I put him range. That's okay. I'm okay with putting him in range. Here. I'm gonna keep you there. Rita. Here. Sleep staff. But I have to trade because Nana does not have more magic. I'm saying Nana all the way over here. Because, you know, they have to have less magic. Seifi has 19. Nana has 9. Misha has 13, so I have to use Seifi. Even though she can use the staff. She just doesn't have the magic to back it up. Speed and lock. And again, Finn's still here because I forgot to swap him out again. He's level 13? Huh. Still has that Brave Lance. Okay. Okay, he attacks Dean. Wow, okay. At least you survived. Hey, Abby, how's it going? I have physics, so I can heal him. It's not a big deal. It usually warps someone else, though. It is free XP. As long as he survives. Okay, let's make this work. Nana. Physic. Well, could be better. Only costs 80% of my life. So, we'll send Dean up here. We'll use the Killer Lance. That up. It doesn't really matter. Karen. Talk. It really doesn't matter. Here. Seifi. Sleep. Might be faster to go the other way. Misha. Sleep. Work. It did work. Misha's asleep. So I got a question. If I put Ilios to sleep last chapter, could I have recruited him without killing Owen? Or was that not a possibility? Yeah. Also, didn't she just, like, fell off the horse? Or Pegasus, whatever? Sure, because I'm not resetting and it's... I mean, I'm pretty sure it's too late, right? So, if I'm not going to reset... And for me to reset to try that again, I would have to start the game over, so... It's not much of an issue if you tell me. Unless there's something later on that kind of... contradicts that. I don't know. I think it's too late to try to... It's really weird because the character... to talk to him has no relation or any hint, as far as I remember. From what I'm told, talk to him with Karen after Owen dies. Okay, yeah, so I remember hearing about, like, Owen needed to die for Ilios. Karen needed to talk to him? That's weird. Is it the green hair? I think it's the green hair. So, I was hit and miss. I was actually really debating whether to get him or not. Because, his stats, other than magic, were way better than Owen. The only thing Owen had better than Ilios at the time was magic, and she can use Dire Thunder. But, as we can see, Reinhardt can also use Dire Thunder. I do not have Reinhardt. We made a bet, basically, just like, I'm thinking, to get Reinhardt, you need to keep Owen alive. And that's what we ended up going with. That being said, I don't know anything about Reinhardt. So, that's the gamble I'm taking. Yeah. And we'll see with Reinhardt whenever we get to that point. Okay. I was just curious because, you know, I thought maybe I could capture him, kind of like what you're supposed to do with Misha, but no, that's not the point. That's not the case. That's fine. It's just curious. Someone who was watching you really liked Ilios, so you captured and released him to spare his life. Oh, okay. At least he got to live. I couldn't capture him. Although, if I knew that the Sleep Edge kicked them off the horse, I could have done that. And that would have been better, honestly. Because I could have gotten his stuff. Like the Master Sword. And Karen's just getting attacked. Okay. So for whatever reason, they didn't attack Dean last time. Sure learned in an earlier chapter about sleep. Yeah, it's more of like, I never used sleep, so I forgot about it. And like the one time that sleep was really a thing was that forest where you recruited, what's his face, was using sleep against you. And that was a while ago. Okay. Yeah, Solom, thank you. I forget names easily. Okay, Brighton. Slept your calves in that chapter, so you learned about it there. I don't know if he slept any of my calves in that chapter. I don't remember. You also gotta remember, like, doing 2 of these a week, and sometimes it takes me 2 streams just to finish 1 chapter. It's been a while since I've done that chapter, right? It's easy to forget. Which is this? Yeah, Salem, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I want Karen to capture Misha and just hang on to her, but, yeah, no, that ain't... Yeah. Just here to remind me of shit that I easily forget from months ago. Okay. I would love to capture him right now and get Warp and Fortify, but Karen is currently trying to deal with all these. She can deal 12. She can't even kill. Not with that, anyway. Lance? I should have had the Javelin equipped. At least that way she could have fought back. Not enough to kill, but... Okay. My options now is to have Dean help kill out these guys, or I have Dean go over here and capture him so I can get his stuff before he uses up all the warps. So I can do that. I have a feeling I will need to use a fortify, and I could do that. I might end up doing that. Capture. I need javelins. Thanks, Brighton. Thanks for missing that first hit. Capture. Yeah, we can do it. I got some defense. That's nice. That's nice for Callion. And good. He can get a javelin from that. Fergus, just get him out of here. Perfect. Can't? No. You're out of range. As long as I put Leafus here, these two are just gonna attack Marita and Leafus, so we'll be fine there. Owen, just stay there. They might attack Callion, who knows. Okay. Wait, I think I can make this work even better. Hold on. Capture. I want the most damage. 13. Not enough to kill. That is not enough to kill. Javelin? Only 3. Yeah, dang it. I could put him to sleep. I could easily just put him to sleep. I have the magic to do it. That also stops his warp. Like if I were to attack, I deal 16 damage. That's not enough to kill from that. Oh, this ain't good. I would not mind that extra warp staff and the extra fortify. He has less magic. HP and strength. I mean, the HP is fine, not the strength though. Well, he's not going to be using up his warp staffs or his fortify. Let's just take the time to kill all these Pegasus flyers. Okay. Put you here. Karen, I do need you healed. Fly out over here. Flip the javelin. And just use another physic. Because I'm not risking it. And this will work. I'll put Shiva here. It might give Shiva a few experience. there. Oh, went after Fergus. And that's fine. I'm gonna try to get as many javelins as I can. Having more would be nice. Besides, Karen needs a spare. Leafus got hit. That is shocking. Okay, they're going after Karen. Because they can actually deal damage to Karen. Discount spears. You're right, but I don't have spears. So, this is just what I got for now. She got a point in skill. They're using the Rider's Banes, aren't they? Damn it, Karen. Okay. What were they using? The Rider's Banes? Yes, they were. Dang it. Okay. What happened was, because I had the Javelin equipped, they're just thinking, like, well, if I'm going to get a hit anyway, might as well just use the Rider's Bane. It's stronger. Dang it. Reset. I did speak to Misha with Karen before I put her to sleep. I made sure to do that. Actress was telling me that you needed to do that first. So because... please, man, you can get a warp with 3 casting instead of 2. Yes, if I started with putting more to sleep, that will help a lot. So let's get that going. Safety, move, hammer, sleep, and I forgot to swap Finn out again. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Trade. Sleep. Move. HP skill unlock. That's pretty good. Right here. Sleep. Might be faster to go this way. I don't know. I don't know which way's faster. Work? It worked. There we go. I don't have to deal with Moore and his warping BS. I don't have to worry about Fenrir. And he's just asleep for the rest of the chapter. Misha will be probably the next turn, probably. There we go. That helps. Take all the time in the world to get Misha. Or, not Misha. Well, yes, but I meant more. Alright, that's done. Okay. problem is Karen still needs to talk. And she does not have the defense to survive that many of these Pegasus flyers. Well, I gotta do what I gotta do. Dean, kill. Okay. Doesn't really matter where I stand. And Karen, talk. I'm gonna have her start backing up as far as possible. And no, she does not have the javelin equipped. Safety, sleep. And look at that. She is capped out on magic. I did not bring Edda. I guess I could have brought her. I mean, it's not like I'm going to be using Finn. It's just Edda kind of sucks. Wow, Brighton, that was awful. You missed both times. Where's my dance? It doesn't really matter. Yeah, I barely used Edda, so she shouldn't be fatigued. Besides, I didn't use her last chapter anyway. I used her on the one before, but that was just to get to the house. But she probably has more use than Finn, so that's probably not a bad idea. Have her try to help out with these Pegasus Knights. Emphasis on try. I keep expecting more to warp some more guys, but nope. He's asleep. So I believe they have less accuracy with javelins, so Karen might be more likely to dodge. I said might. Time to send her back so she can get healed. There we go. Now go ahead. Head down this way. Attack all my remaining guys over here. Go ahead and do that. In the meantime, capture. Come on, Brighton. There you go. You can stay there. I want... Take... Trade. There we go. Release. You can stay there. Yeah, this would work. Like this, maybe? That might work fine. Okay, what are they gonna do? Go after Karen? So I've been playing Pokemon Gold here and there, trying to work on a team to prepare for Stadium 2. And I finally got all that ready to go for the most part. The Pokemon are leveled to where they need to be. The only thing left I need to prepare is... maybe cloning some PP-ups and just do that. But other than that, my Pokemon are ready to go. Yeah, Gold. The original, Gen 2. Because I want to play through Stadium 2, and I'm building a team for that. Alright. They got too close and then you used a Rider's Bane. Okay, so I think the thing that went wrong is that Karen backtracked too far, which made the Pegasus Knights closer. Okay, hold on. Before I make sure... Where's Finn? There's Finn. Get him out of here. And where is... There's Edda. You might help. You have a silver bow. We can give the silver... I can put the silver bow in storage. No one else needs it. Oh, you had this the entire time. I could have been giving this to someone. Skill, speed, and luck. I don't know who would need all of that. Yeah, I'll explain my team here in a sec. I'm just reorganizing again. Karen? No, you don't need speed or luck. Skill, but... Dean, maybe? Sure. I don't know who else to hand it to. Okay. Save that. We got Edda on the team to help out with the Pegasus Flyers. We'll see how this works. Okay, my team. For Gold, I have Typhlosion. I have Fortress. I have Executor, Vaporeon, Snorlax, and Tyranitar. In Stadium 2, when you're doing your team balance, the combined level of 3 Pokemon when you use them in battle has to be somewhere between a combined level of 150 to 155. So that means you can have one Pokemon at level 55, so that way you could get, like, Tyranitar. But that will be the only one that's up that high. So everyone else is level 50, Tyranitar is 55. Here. Let's try this again. The only other thing I might have to end up doing in gold, that now that I think about it, is I might need to make a little cup team, but I don't think I need to worry about that right now. And also, it won't be that hard to make if I need to, so I'm not worried about it right now. Try Pokemon Stadium, so no comments. That's fine. It's basically just a battle simulator for Gen 1 and 2. You used to play a lot of Pokemon Showdown in Gen 5. I mean, it's kind of like that, I guess. Did you ever play Pokemon Battle Revolution on the Wii? I know, it's 3 Pokemon level 50, and that's it. Like I said, it's combined total of 150 to 155. So like I said, you can mess around with the levels just a little bit, but in general, yeah, it's basically level 50. You think it would, like, match the highest level Pokemon you have on your team, but no, that's not the case. Talk. I remember playing only evolves on 55. Yes. So basically you have to just evolve them and that's all you get to work with. Okay, can you just kill at least someone? You don't get to attack twice. It's like battle towers. Pretty much. Oh no, Etta might actually die. So, the thing about Stadium 1 and 2, you know, it's just like, oh, I get to put my Pokemon in 3D, it's so cool! You know, so that was the big, Rip Karen, Rip Fergus. Yeah, I guess you're a little delayed on that, but yeah. Who knows? Maybe let Rip Etta. You might as well, you might want to just get that, typed out and ready to go. I will heal her, though. With Physic. That is just... But Stadium 1 and 2 can actually give you some unique Pokemon if you do the modes. In 2010, I always love to see these Pokemon battles in Revolution. Revolution is a little bit slow. I feel like it's unbearable. It is slow. That is the problem with Battle Revolution. And it's basically Pokemon Stadium but without the mini games. So because of that, it's worse than Stadium 1 and 2. Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2 have mini games that you can mess around with. And that by itself makes it better than Revolution. The animations, though, better than what we have nowadays. Also, that is so true. Genius Sonority is the one that made those games, and they were just better. That being said, they kept reusing the same models of Pokemon from Stadium 2, or Stadium 1 and 2, all the way to even Battle Revolution. They kept reusing them. So they made Stadium 1 and 2, they made Pokemon Colosseum and XD on the GameCube, and they made Battle Revolution. And of course, they made new models for whenever the new generation came out, but, like, you'll be playing Battle Revolution and you'll see, like, I don't know, a Pidgeot, and it's the same model. It's the same one back from the N64. It's kind of funny and kind of bad at the same time. But yeah, if you do the modes in Stadium 1 and 2, actually Battle Revolution has stuff like this too. If you do the modes, you can get like a unique Pokemon for your main file. And not necessarily a unique Pokemon like a legendary or something, but like a Pikachu with Surf or something. To be honest, you don't care that much that they use the same model, or at least not characters. Like their attack animations got better. I don't remember if the attack animations got fixed up or not, but I do know the models are definitely old at the time. It's definitely noticeable when you... It's not that noticeable when you look at like the Gen 3 Pokemon models, you know, the ones from Colosseum to the Battle Revolution. That's not that jarring, but when you're using the same models from the N64 and you're still using it for the Wii, I feel like they probably should have been updated, maybe. It's not a huge issue, but it is noticeable. Come on. Like, so in Stadium 1, if you take a Pikachu with you, and you have it go through the Master Cup Round 2, and you have it on your... You take it in battle with you for all 8 matches. You don't have to use it. You just need to... It just needs to be one of the 3 that you take. If you beat Master Cup with a Pikachu on your team, you can teach it Surf. So that's how you get Surfing Pikachu in Gen 1. And another thing you can do is if you beat... What was it? If you get every Gen 1 Pokemon in the Hall of Fame in Stadium 1, that basically means either beat the final battle in Gym Leader Castle with whatever Pokemon, or just Master Cup. You know, there are many ways to do it, but you have to... If you get all 151 in the Hall of Fame, you can get yourself a Psyduck with Amnesia. And that's the only way to get Amnesia for Psyduck. It's good for him, don't get me wrong. But is it really worth doing? I don't know. I think I need to use the Restore Staff. Sorry, my math. 14. I only attack once. Sucks. I'll survive. Ada, why did I bring you? If it was Gen 1 where you could get that Psyduck Amnesia. That was the only way to get it. So it was kind of worth it if you were into competitive battling back in the day. And also, if you remember back in Gen 1... Oh, Karen can get the kill. Come on. There we go. If you remember back in Gen 1, there was no special attack and special defense stat. It was all one stat. It was special. So when you use Amnesia, it works for your attack and your defense. I gotta use this Fortify. I have to. I thought it was on 2. No, yeah, I had to. Edo was not. Karen got a kill. That's something. Gen 1. Okay, I know people... I know Psychic is the broken type. But you know what Psychic are weak against? Physical moves. I'm not telling you to use fighting type moves because that's a foolish mistake. Or fighting types. But you know what you should bring? A Tauros. Tauros with like Hyper Beam or Body Slam. That takes care of the Psychic types. Like, Psychics are not that scary. Just bring a Tauros. Slowbro. Yeah, but he's also pretty slow. There are other ways to deal with Slowbro. The main threat is really Alakazam. And also, Tauros can learn Thunderbolt. Oh yeah, Tauros is very good in Gen 1. And I think I know why. Because when competitive battling in Gen 1 was kind of making the rounds. I think so. I have a friend that's more into the competitive aspect of Gen 1 more than me, so he would know more, but so some of the things that I know are kind of from him. But so from what I can understand, everyone used Psychic types, like, you know, 6 Mewtwo's, that joke, but everyone were using using Psychic types because they were broken. That is true, they are still broken. But so you had to come up with a counter to deal with Psychic types. And what was the counter? Tauros. He's fast, and he hits hard. Yeah, Psychic types, they may be strong, but they are squishy. So, yeah, that is true. You'd think they would have done that in Gen 3. I feel like that would have made more sense. But no, it wasn't until Gen 4. So yeah, when people had to find a way to deal with Alakazams, they found Tauros. Because no one is gonna use a fighting type. Not a Gen 1. Fierce Fire Punches. You had to trade from Gen 2 to get those. To get the Elemental Punches on Alakazam, you had to trade from Gen 2. I mean, it's possible nowadays, how I did it for my Stadium 2 run. But in Gen 1, no, it was not actually possible to do that. By itself, anyway. And the Elemental Punches are very good in Gen. Never played 2nd Gen. Did you ever play Heart Gold and Soul Silver for Gen 4? Or did you just never play through Johto at all? Okay. Yeah, so Gen 2, Gen 2 is very nostalgic for me. That being said, it has its problems. Gen 4 is your fave, followed by Gen 5 and Gen 3. So, Platinum's good. Heart Gold and Soul Silver are very good. That's Gen 4. Gen 5, Black and White 2, they're both good. I agree with that. I think starting with Gen 6, when they jump to 3D, that's the start of the downhill for Pokemon. I feel like that's when they stop trying. Love the sprites. I think the sprites were okay in Gen 3. Gen 4 had better sprites, in my opinion. I think it's more with, like, a lot of it is more with the colors in Gen 3. Like, I remember not liking Trico in, when I first played Ruby. But then I saw Trico in the anime and saw how his colors are actually better. So I'm like, oh, it's just the game. And also, Nosepass does not look good in Gen 3. What's your favorite bone? Too much water? I don't really... I kind of do and I don't agree with that, but whatever. We blame the 3D. That's what gets me the most. It's not that it's 3D, because if, again, Coliseum and XD are good games and they're in 3D. It's that they didn't try. High damage. I can't get the kill, can I? Oh, I can attack twice. But I can't kill. What's your range? You'll probably go after Anna. It's just that when Game Freak made Gen 6, the Pokemon lost a lot of life when they're basically just static. You know what looks crappy though? Blastoise with using any water move. Give me 1 sec. I'm getting a call soon. Sorry about that. Got a call. Alright. What was I doing? Oh yeah, hoping they survive. I could use Physic on Edda to make sure she lives. How much defense does she have? 9. So what? They deal 4 damage if they use the javelin. Oh, Edda will survive, even if she got... Wait, what's her speed? 12... Oh no, it's 0. Okay. 10... Either way, it's 0. They're just 4 damage. Yeah, I think Edda will be okay for now. No, you know what? I want to make sure I'm out of range. Oh, crap. Sleeping Dragon given extension crisis. Elden Ring, correct? How is that? How many hours have you put in? I guess quickly going back to Stadium 1. If you had Stadium 1 and just one of, let's just say red, blue, or yellow, and you didn't have any friends to trade with, Stadium 1 was a way to get Pokemon that you were missing on your own. It's fine, you put in 20 hours so far and you're lost. Oh, that's great. Yeah, if you were playing Stadium 1 and you were using your team, you can beat Gym Leader Castle. If you beat the Elite Foreign Champion in that, they'll give you just a random Pokemon. And these Pokemon are the 3 starters, Eevee, the fossils, the 2 fossils, Ammonite and Omastar, and Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan. So they'll give you basically the... They won't give you the version exclusives, you know, like Bellsprout and Oddish, for example, but they will give you the one-off ones, so you can help fill your Pokedex that way. That being said, you still need a friend to help trade you from the other version. I think I might just leave it here. I forget the rewards that you can get in Stadium 2. Actually, was Gligar with Earthquake one of them? I believe one of them was Gligar with Earthquake and maybe, what, Farfetch'd with False Swipe? I'm curious. That was a good level up. Stadium 2. Okay, attacking Karen. Ooh. A flying scorpion with Earthquake. I was going after. Dang it! Rip Karen. Okay. Now I'm curious. Not rentals. Rentals are garbage. Prize downloads, there we go. So you can get a Farfetch'd with Baton Pass. And how do you get that? You beat the rival battle in round 1, okay. Cannot repeat the retrieval of the gift. So you only get one Farfetch'd with Baton Pass, but you can always just restart the game. and get another one that way. You would have to do everything else again, but that is a way to do it. And then Gligar with Earthquake. You have to beat the rival in round 2. You only receive 1. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, so in Stadium, in Gold and Silver, they gave you the option of a move deleter because they realized that, you know, there was no way to delete moves in Gen 1. So they gave you the option, in Gen 2, there was a way to delete moves in-game. There was no move relearner, though, so they gave that option in Stadium 2 as a reward for... what was it? You have to beat the Elite Four and the Champion in Stadium 2 to get access to the move deleter. Yeah, it's a way to... the move deleter was a way to delete HMs. So, I gotta think of something else. This ain't working. Karen keeps dying. We'll go after her if she's in range. Edda has the defense, but I don't think much more than that. What do you have? What do you have? Something needs to change. I don't know what. What do we got here? Rescue. The rescue staff. I would have to repair it though. Because I could rescue Karen. Yeah, the tricky part is to have her speak to Misha. If it was like any other Fire Emblem game where status effects only last for a few turns, I could put her to sleep, deal with everyone else, have her wake up, talk to Karen, put her to sleep again? I mean, that would be a waste, but... I could... Another option that I could do... I could have Safie use Rewarp to warp herself. Okay. Go get your coffee. I can have Safie use Rewarp, warp herself over there, and have her help out. That's risky because she has no defense, but she can fight back. She has the magic. I could also just warp someone else, but do I really want to use another warp? I don't need silence. At least I don't think so. What's this one? Status effects. It's not an issue. This one was the magic. I don't need a torch rewarp. I actually don't like the taste of coffee. I've tried it a few times, I just don't like that taste. I could try rewarping herself. She'll have access to heal. That gives another person to help fight off those enemies. Heresy? Clearly. Clearly. I don't know what else to do. I mean, I could repair... rescue. That's just another thing to repair. I'll try rewarp. That might be an issue, but I gotta try something else. I don't know what else to do. Etta, go up there. Dean. Back. Oh, you're finally back. We're just having a conversation about coffee and how I don't like the taste of coffee. Yeah, I don't like the taste of coffee. Now, out of all the controversies on the ScottBot channel, it's me not liking coffee. Clearly, that's the worst thing I have ever said. Started to enjoy it, just no sugar or anything. Okay, we're just in case you didn't hear, trying something else. I'm still gonna use the sleep staff for don't like coffee, unfollow. How dare he not like a drink I like. So I'm still gonna use the sleep staff a couple times, but I'm gonna try rewarp and see if that giving an extra person over here might help. I don't know if that will. Witchburn. Oh no! Who knew that the coffee cult was that powerful? Wow, Laura got a point in strength. Good for her. Sleep. There you go. So, in Stadium 2, they have the move relearner. That is the only way to regain moves that you deleted is through Stadium 2, and even then you have to beat the Elite Four if you want to relearn one move. If you want to use it multiple times, you gotta keep beating that champion. But normally when you're playing Gen 2, you're probably very careful on what moves you want to keep or what you want to lose. So you're most likely not going to need it. That being said, there is a Pokemon where it's actually useful to have the move relearner. And if you're playing... Okay, so in Gold and Silver, you can get... The box legendaries are Lugia and Ho-Oh. You can get both of them, unlike, starting with Gen 3. But how it works is, depending on which version, you could get one sooner than later. So if you're playing Gold, you could get Ho-Oh before the Elite Four, and vice versa in the other way. If you're playing Gold, you can get Lugia, but it's like right before you're ready to challenge Red. Blastoise with Water Gun, go! I mean, if you remember, Water Gun is a TM in Gen 1, because Game 3 thought that was smart. No, I need to guarantee the kill. So yeah, if you're playing Gold, you can fight Ho-Oh at level 40. I believe it was 40. But then you can fight Lugia at level 70. So you think, oh, level 70 Lugia, that's pretty good. Here's the problem. When they're level 70, they lose their exclusive move by that level. Aeroblast for Lugia and, what was it, Sacred Fire for Ho-Oh. That kind of gear, you think you could do it? I'm going to give you this ring, it's a chance, so I might go use it. Oh, a magic ring, that's nice. It's not going to help me right away, but, that's nice. So if you're playing Gold, and you get Lugia, you kind of want to take him through Stadium 2 so you could get Aeroblast back. Vice versa with Silver and Ho-Oh. if you're playing Crystal, if I remember correctly, both legendaries are level 50, I believe. So you don't have to worry about that. I already talked. Let's first sleep. Gen 1 was weird with TMs. Like, I don't understand some of their choices. Water Gun is one of them. I don't understand why Water Gun's a TM. I love that Thunder Wave's a TM. In Gen 1. It's great. But I don't understand why Teleport is a TM in Gen 1. That one I don't understand. I'm pretty sure there was one more, but can't think of it at the moment. It was still new, so it's hard to predict what would be good. I mean, Water Gun is still not a good move. It's really only useful for at the beginning of the game for when, when you actually pick it up the first time. And even then, you might not have a Pokemon that can even learn it. So, I still don't understand the point of Water Gun. It would be useful for Squirtle, and that's about it. And even then, Squirtle can probably learn Water Gun, I believe. Also, in Gen 1, Ice Beam and Blizzard are TMs, which, by the way, Blizzard is the better move in Gen 1. Thunderbolt and Thunder are TMs. Fire Blast is a TM, but Flamethrower, for whatever reason, is not a TM. I don't get it. But yet, we gotta have Teleport as a TM. Because Teleport's so useful, am I right? Oh, you play the TCG Game Boy? I actually do own that game. Never made it that far, honestly. Not because it's hard, but because I'm like, oh, I beat the first, basically the first gym. Oh, I have to grind to make a new deck. I don't want to do this. Honestly, I tried playing that one, but like, video game card games, like, that is the worst way to do it for me. If you've seen my Battle Network, my Battle Network playthrough, it kind of has card game elements into it, and it does it in a better way that makes it more fun for me. I'm playing. I bet it does make it fast. Have you ever played the Japanese-only TCG2 for the Game Boy? Oh yeah! I was just about to mention the author of Yu-Gi-Oh! Just died. Too bad. It's too bad Yu-Gi-Oh! Author died. I'm gonna try rewarp. Let's put you... Oh, no, wait. You don't read Japanese. There's a fan translation. Never played Yu-Gi-Oh? I would be lying if I said I did play Yu-Gi-Oh. Lying in the sense that I had the cards, but I never really played. I was just more of like, oh, this is a cool card. Let's put it for display. Let's put you here. Played until 2018. I was never actually in the competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! I was more of like, oh, this is a cool card. I'll keep it. I was mainly, it was mainly the anime, Okay, we'll see if this might help. Safety will give another option. Too expensive of a hobby. That's from what I've noticed too. It looks very spendy. Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge is the true experience. I've seen a decent chunk of it. I stopped for whatever reason. Capture. Although I feel like I'm more interested in reading the manga for Yu-Gi-Oh! Like giving that a look. Like, okay, for me the anime, I was very interested in the anime, not necessarily due to the card game, but mainly because it was the Egyptian aspect that made Yu-Gi-Oh! Interesting for me. Like, I thought that was really cool. So, yeah, for me, it wasn't really about the card game, for the most part. I mean, it was cool, but it was also kind of... They broke their own rules a lot. I'm pretty sure I don't need to explain all the rules they've broken. But, yeah. So I'm kind of thinking of maybe looking into the manga, because it's not just the card game. The author was a fan of just a bunch of different games. And, you know, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Being the title, you know, King of Games, makes more sense when you consider that the manga covers more than just a card game. It was just one arc of a bunch of others. Like, there's one where they get into, like, Gachapon. There's one where... The final arc is like, basically a D&D campaign, from what I heard. And, you know, there's definitely a bunch of other games in Yu-Gi-Oh! Kind of interesting. And also, it's a lot darker, from what I've heard. Playing Magic the Gathering. I already started it. But no anime. No anime for Magic the Gathering. We'll see if this strat does anything different. I doubt it. I know D&D got a cartoon back in the day. I don't think Magic did. I haven't played it myself, but did you ever play the Magic the Gathering PC game? It was like, you have this overworld, almost like an RPG, where you run to different towns. And, you know, there were like 5, you know, bosses you had to take down. You know, based on each color from Magic the Gathering. I'm pretty sure it's, 5. Not into Magic right now. And Karen's dead. Only bought a deck until now. Okay. Well, Karen's dead. I don't know what to do. Reset. Okay, we got a problem. Route B. I don't know what to do. Okay. The other option I was thinking of is the rescue staff. I could have healed with Karen, I guess. But I don't know if that really would have changed much. Because, like, okay. First round. Go over here, repair the sleep staff. Trade it over. Dance, sleep staff, more. Second turn. Talk to Misha, sleep staff her. Turn 3, rewarp over here. Karen died. The other option would be the restore staff, but that would take another 2 turns to repair. Or actually, no, not 2 turns if I did the same thing, but that's still turn 3. I might not be able to save her in time. Oh, no, wait. No, I could repair the restore staff and still get Karen out of there. I could, but I'd be using my last hammer. That would be the last of it. I can't have Karen run away because if I try doing that, they get closer to my Cavaliers and they have Rider's Banes. Another option is I could warp. I could use my warp staff, use my last one here. I should be getting one here, so that is an option. And warp someone else, like Selfina. Or Asbel. Just warp them over to help out. That way I don't waste a turn. I think I might be better off doing warp. Misha approach Edda or Karen while the other Pegasus fight Dean. That's the problem. They don't gain up on Dean. They ignore Dean. In fact, all of them will go after Karen and Edda. And what happens is, last time, they'll use javelins to weaken Karen. And then Misha will go in for the kill, to kill Karen. So that won't work either. I do have another option. Now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know how well it would work, but I could send Dean by himself. Oh wait, no, that won't work either. Dang it. I don't know. I have to talk to freaking Misha first. Yeah, the problem is the Pegasus Knights just ignore Dean. They go after Karen or Edda. Well, let me see. So he has 13 defense. They have 21 attack. So they will do damage to Dean. But that's with the Rider's Bane. Oh, if they use javelins, it'll be 6. So wait. Plus 8. So 21 minus 8. That would be, what, 13? If they use javelins. So Dean would take no damage if they use javelins. Kind of hard, though. It's a little bit difficult. Like, the problem is I can't get that far to really see if it's really hard, because maybe all the difficulty is just right up front. If you're trying to recruit Misha. How's it going, Urup Master? I hope I said it right. Urup or Urup? I don't know. Yeah, you're fine. Okay. Really, it seems like the tricky part of this chapter is at the moment trying to recruit Misha if you're going that route. You don't have to, though. Well, let's be honest. She's probably better than Karen. Pegasus Knight. Wait, Pegasus Knight. This is my first run. Pegasus Rider, yeah. So, I don't really know that much about this game. Kind of going, learning as I go for the most part. I think I might be able to... I think my best option is to warp maybe Asbel in. Special. Yeah. I think warping Asbel might be my best option to help out with fighting against the Pegasus. Pegasi? I mean, I could also warp Brighton as well, but Brighton's trying to capture some things over here. And also they have Rider's Bane, so no, Asbel might be my best shot. We'll try it. Just rescue and drop. So here's the thing. So theoretically, I could have Karen talk and go here, but she would have to dismount. Then I have Edda rescue her and then start retreating. The problem with that is if she's rescuing, she loses on her stats. But she also, I don't think she can escape either. Like, I don't think she's far enough away. I mean, we could try that. We could try working our way around that. Because the problem is, if either Edda or Karen are too close... jeez. Here we go. If either Karen or Edda are too close to the Pegasus Knights, and they can't escape in time, then they'll start chasing after them. They'll start chasing after Karen or Edda. Now, that's not necessarily a problem, it's more of that they'll bring the Pegasus Knights closer to my actual riders, and they have Riders' Banes. Can try that, though. Dean, for sure, will be fine. You stand right here. So, if Misha is here, Karen here, and have her back out, so I might have to do a little bit of workaround. If I have her here... No, I can't have her here. No, I could. I could have her here. Walk up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dismount. Okay. I might be able to make it work this way. Oh no, she can't get up that far. Why did I think she could get that close? Cameron. You know, if Karen was actually good, this wouldn't be an issue. But she's not. If I can get both Edda and Karen out of range of the Pegasus Knights, then we could get this to work. If not, I have to do something else. I might have to do the rescue strat. No. Go over here. Sleep. It also wouldn't be an issue if I didn't have to talk to her first. But I have to. Okay, that's all good. Yeah, see you next week, Hot Corn Dog. Have a good weekend. Or rest of the week, whatever. Can't even get past this first couple turns. And they're moving down. Again, if I really didn't want to recruit Misha, this wouldn't be an issue. I could just send Dean in, and he'll take care of everything. But since I'm trying to get her, that's what makes this chapter a little bit more annoying. Okay. So, keep you here. Karen? Talk. Let's get through this. Okay, I get back up here. This is as far as I can go. And I can't dismount! Oh, great. Okay. I'm gonna have to go here. They have to spend a turn. Actually, no, I should have one square down. Actually, there's no point in rescuing, because I can't get further down. Or, dismount, drop, whatever. There's no point in that. Come on, capture. Fine. No, you stay there. How much movement do you have? You have 8. You both have 8. Okay. Again, I could just heal if I need to. I have a couple physics or the restore staff. Try to get them to survive. This probably wouldn't be an issue if I didn't have to repair the restore staff. Leaf and Asvel have bonuses. Asvel. Who's Asvel? Oh, Asbel? Okay, Asbel. Hold on. Well, what how would that help me right now? Okay, they're really going after Edda for whatever reason. They're just ignoring Karen. Let's go in luck. Yeah, so how? Okay, if they get a benefit next to standing next to each other, how does that help me? One more turn. Yeah, I don't know how that's supposed to help me. Even if they did get a bonus, it's probably like what, a slight boost in accuracy or attack or something. That's not That's not going to help me with whatever is going on over here. I can heal Edda. Oh no. Okay, I need to get this one out of here. Yeah, Dink does not take damage when they use javelins. That's good. Okay, now they're not in range. So what is it? 8 movement. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that's still true. Wait. No, it's not. They would go that way. I can't escape, can I? My best shot is to keep Edda here, heal her up, and just try to get Dean to do everything. I can't escape. Not right now. If I attack, No, you know what? I'm probably better just waiting. If I attack, that gives them a free shot to hit me. And I don't want that. That's good for Callan. Fergus. Kinda wish you got that sooner, but oh well. Fergus will need healing soon, but that's okay. Here. I don't know, we'll do this. I don't know what else to do right now. I think we'll leave it there. HP unlock. He desperately needs Khan. Okay, they're going after Karen this time. I don't know why, but they are. What, one more shot and she's dead? Oh, great. Okay. Still good. We're still good. Dean, just kill, please. Good job. Karen didn't die. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I get Karen. I think if I get Karen right here. Okay, Karen's safe. Okay, that's fine. Keep you there. Can I get you? No, I can't get Edda that close. I'm better off keeping Edda where she is, maybe. What happens if I attack? 14 damage. They deal 4. I would need to get hit 5 times, and I would still survive. To kill Edda, I would need to get hit 6 times. There's only 4. Yeah, I could do this. She will survive this. Okay. They should not go after Karen, so they won't go this way. I think we're good. I think we're good. Keep you here. If I go here. I kind of want to heal Fergus. Okay. Fine, whatever. I won't heal Fergus. See how I care. You can stay there. Okay. What do we got? I am not worried about this. Okay, he's fine. He's all good. Oh yeah, Ed is safe. Oh, they're backing out. They know they're in danger. Well, at least the one did. Alright. Can you get a kill? There we go. A little bit of strength. Could be better. Okay. We made it past where, we made it farther. There's only one Pegasus Knight left. Rider, but whatever. There's only one left. I could send Karen back and have her capture Misha. Okay. Here. Trade. There we go. Please. This will be fine. I can put Karen down here. Let's heal her up. There we go. Can we heal Fergus again? Can we actually get it to work this time? There you go! Perfect. Oh, you get to move again. Nice. I'll just send you up here. I think we're good. Nice. Here and this. Okay. So, now once I'll have Karen capture Misha, and I'll just carry Misha the entire time. Wait, do I actually have to capture her? Or can I just leave her asleep on the field? Well, I'll make sure to get this one killed, and then I can start working on all of these guys. I think I need to capture and just hang on to her. That's what I think I need to do. Besides, I don't think Karen's gonna do anything else anyway. Yeah. Kind of like when I was recruiting Leafus. Oh, I just realized those pirates are starting to head that way. I don't know why they're green though. Let's have Dean kill this one. Come on, Dean. There you go. Okay, I'm gonna have Etta start heading this way. I'm gonna have her go to these houses before they're destroyed. Capture. Doesn't really matter, she can't defend herself. I'll have Karen go to these two houses, and that'll be it for her. She'll be done for today. Sure. Callian needs experience. There we go. More javelins, please. Finally making it farther. Can't heal anyone just yet. Okay, and that's it. Well then. Okay. That scared me. That was so close for Callian to die. I am pretty sure the cat can be heard through the mic. She was loud enough there. You probably heard her. What's in this one? Castle Leonster makes for a nice, isolated stronghold. It's plenty spacious, and the soldiers are scattered about everywhere. I'd be worried, but mayhap this rescue staff can help your chances. Just when I was saying I could use a new rescue staff. Magic water, or pure water, whatever. Okay. Dean. Yeah, it's very nice giving me such a useful item. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? You have 9 movement. Yeah. I don't need to capture this guy. Can I use a killer lance? 19 damage. I would deal. Yes, you can hear the cat. Yeah, she can be very loud. It would take 2 hits anyway. Dragon Pike? No matter what attack I use, it would take 2 hits. So, why not go for the Killer Lance? Because I might crit on the first hit. Good. I need to get Dean healed soon. He doesn't have a vulnerary. I could trade him. Fergus, over here. Nana, please heal. You did it, Nana. Wow, you made up for that miss a few turns ago. But Nana did not get any points upon level. Callian, you are so close to level 20. I should have taken a Master Seal with me. Why didn't I do that? Oh, wait, why didn't I hit capture? Oh, well. I don't know why. Okay, whatever. Brighton. To be fair, he is on a forest tile. How much attack? 15? If they hit 9 damage? 9 damage. Yeah, Leafus can survive. I could keep you here. This. Okay. Here. No, not yet. I don't want them to attack Sophina. Callian's not going to get any more con, is he? Or not Callian. Leafus, I mean. I mean, it's always a possibility, but I really should have tried to give him the scroll with con a lot sooner. What do we got? Finally, we can break free of the Empire's rule. It's what I've always dreamed of. Gods be with you. Oh, and take this warp staff before you go. Now send the Empire packing, you hear? A warp staff. That is fantastic. Now, that is a very nice person. Let's visit this one. Get my, what was it, magic ring. That's okay. You know what? I think Nana needs that really badly. She is desperate for magic. I might actually give that to Nana right now. She really needs magic. Okay, so... And Dean is poisoned. Strength. That is not good. I could use physic. There we go. That's something. Does someone have a spare vulnerary? I could have given him. Nope. Come on, Brighton. Capture. Nope. Okay. Capture Steel Lance? Yeah. Come on, Callion. You can do it. There you go. Is Callion in range? Callion is in range. I think the best route is to have Fergus do this. Take. Trade. Do that. Release. Right into the drink. What is your range? Okay, you know what? Of course Nana, like, would be just in range of this guy. Oh, I better get Nana a bit closer. Okay. Actually, since he's asleep, I could basically just capture him for free. That's something Edda can do. I could have Edda just do that. Although he has 4 items that I might want. Well, I at least want the 2. Anyway, so just those, okay. Yes, good. Continue going after Leafus. Good. Good. I'm just seeing a bunch of pirates that Marita can go after. Yeah, okay. Good, Anakin. Good. Kill him. Capture. Do it, Anakin. Do it. Kill him. Use up the last of it. Oh wait, I didn't even hit him. Damn. Can I get you? No. Fergus? Sure. You can. Thank you. That works. That works okay. Trade. Okay. Nana, start heading this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Capture. And you're out of range. Good. a bit closer. And Karen's just here now. Okay, Marita. We're gonna have you go and fight some pirates. Okay, so now that these guys are basically gonna be taken care of by Dean, Marita's gonna go after these pirates. She'll be fine. The houses are safe. What's next? I need to go up here and go around. And I gotta deal with ballistas along the way. If they move, they have killer axes. I could also just fly across and deal with all of them, but I think the game wants me to just go around. Yeah. Up and around. What to do about you? I could warp again. I can warp someone, like, here, attack, and then, like, back them up over here. Start taking out ballistas. That's something I can do. I have one warp here. I was just given another one. And I'm getting a third one. So, maybe I should warp, I don't know, like Fergus or Callion. Send them over here. Kill this ballista. Back up over here, kill the other ballista. But I do have to deal with this guy. And maybe not. I don't know right now. I feel like sending in Leafus, Shiva, and Asbel would be a good option. They all have good evasion. So they're probably not likely to get hit by ballistas. Set you here. Well, Leafus is now in range, but he should have enough evasion. Okay. Maybe I'll send Fergus. Oh, as long as I just don't send any flyers, the ballistas probably won't be that bad. Or these two, they'd probably get themselves killed. Right? I didn't realize Brighton needs healing. Okay. If I were to get hit, 22 damage, I would die. Yeah, I better heal. Grab these two. Now we wait. Okay, we can do this. Take. Trade. There we go. Get out of here. It's just a little bit salty. But I thought he's asleep, so... Maybe here. I'm almost out of healing. want Marita to start heading up to the pirates. Speed, luck, defense, that's pretty good. Okay. Oh! Colonel Nikolov, it's been quite some time. Oh, Bishop Sias. We've been waiting for you, sire. How goes the battle? The enemy fights with an unexpected ferocity. We're having some slight difficulties. Ah, but having the Bishop of Flame at our side is sure to boost morale. Why, I can already see a marked improvement. Have Commander Reinhardt and the Gelbenritter arrive yet? I expect them to be here at any moment. They'll descend upon the enemy's rear guard like vultures to a carrion. Then now is the perfect time to launch a full frontal assault. Send word to the Cilician mercenaries. It shall be done, sire. What is the meaning of this? The enemy's morale is suddenly sky high. My greatest fear, Prince Leaf. We cannot hesitate for even a moment. We must order a retreat at once. What are you talking about? Explain yourself, please. Sias, the royal bishop of House Velthor, and the military genius has taken the field. As long as he commands the enemy, we don't stand a chance. There's been such a person in the Empire all along? I give you the short version. He is the son of the late General Ida, who was a close friend to and confidant of Emperor Arvis. After she passed away under most puzzling circumstances. I might add, he was raised in a Bragian monastery. I understand. But it's not that simple. We stand to lose countless soldiers if I call for a retreat now. What should I do? Oh, there's a bridge there now. Okay. Wasn't really expecting that. Yes, good. Attack, Leafus. Do it. General Ida. He's standing in a forest. Why is he getting hit? General Ida. I'm assuming that was from the last game, right? Oh no. Shiva's asleep. I'm trying to remember. She was in the last game. Ida. I don't remember. You have 2 more sleeps and you have Fortify. So... I'm guessing Sias is just something we have to deal with. I don't think... Even if we were to warp there, what use would it help? I mean, I could capture him, but that's all I could really do. Whoever's there would be trapped. I mean, I could rewarp myself. She was the one who helped Sigurd to Valhalla before Arvis. Valhalla. I'm sorry, I'm blanking. Killer Lance. There we go. Oh, yeah, okay, he died to the meteors from the sneak attack. I helped you defeat... Oh, wait, she was the one who helped lure Sigurd before Arvis... Okay. Arvis killed with the meteors. She lured him to his death. Okay. I'm just blanking on what she looks like, but okay. Alright. Killing Edge, we're good there. Leafus, why'd you get hit both times? What is their accuracy? 136. I guess... Well, he has Sleep and Fortify. His stats are pretty good. I could actually put him to sleep myself if I really wanted to. See? Okay. What do we got? Third digit, authority, star 10, figure, movement, fatigue. I mean, technically I have the stats to put him to sleep. Authority? It boosts everyone's stats, right? That's what authority does. Because isn't that what Leaf has? Yes. And it's everyone's stats as long as he's on the field. He doesn't need to be there near them. He has 10 stars, so what are their stats now? Authority has a boost attack and defense, is that right? So is that why they're hitting Leaf? Or, Leafus? If that's the case... Attack and defense. I'm sorry, does it boost, accuracy and avoid? That's what I meant, I'm sorry. Okay. So we need to get him off the field if... Yeah. So... I could get Leafus out of there, that's not a problem. I could... warp one person over there. And capture him, because he can't defend himself. Okay. He's the greatest tactician because his presence boosts everyone's accuracy and avoid to a ridiculous amount. So I could warp someone here and capture him. And get him off the field. He doesn't have a way to defend himself. The problem, if I do that, even if their accuracy goes down, whoever's capturing him can't escape. Unless I rescue. So that must be why they give me... That must be why they gave me warp and rescue. I wouldn't be able to do anything until next turn. What is the B rank, A rank? I think I might have messed up. I should have sent Edda to trade stuff. I could technically send Safie with rewarp capture the next turn, but she'd be in too much danger. It's not a matter of putting him to sleep, it's a matter of just getting him off the field. So... that's why this whole force is a bigger threat. Purely due to him. Oh no, I wouldn't be in range. I wouldn't be able to get out of range anyway. Wait a minute. Oh no, this one here. I was thinking, wait, I could send like Karen over here and then just stand right here, but that guy. Whoever goes over there would have to wait one turn. Actually, wait a minute. Rescue. Okay, I can maybe make this work. I'm just gonna send... I'll send Fergus. I will make this work. Warp? Oh, dang it, I can't go here. Okay. Yep. Wait, it's not even giving me the option to put him to sleep. That's dumb. Why? Sleep. Lower magic. Enemies on thrones or gates? Is he... Is he on... He's not on anything. Why can't I put him to sleep? I have the magic. I have the magic. Why can't I put him to sleep? He's not on a gate or a throne. It would tell me. Like that. He has plot armor. Dang it. Okay, well, this is very tricky because these ballistas are a huge threat now. I wonder if I should have warped someone over here a lot sooner to take out ballistas. Are their accuracy? Ugh. I think it might be best not to fight if I can. Maybe I should send someone over here to Nikolov and just kill him. There's more danger headed my way. Yeah, Reinhardt. Maybe I warp Asbel. Have him go after Nikolov? Wait, he has 104 avoid? I mean... I don't know. I actually have no idea. Oh, they don't seem to be affected. Maybe plot will happen? I don't know what else to do. To be honest, it seems like I should have known how big of a threat he was going to be and done something about at least the ballistas beforehand. That's kind of what it seems like. I mean, they did warn about him, But we also didn't know he was going to be this big of a threat. I don't know what else I can do. See what happens. Yeah. Just him being a great tactician, without just him being there, just boosts their accuracy and evasion. Okay, what do we got? Who are you putting to sleep? Callian, great, perfect. Yeah, they just exist. That's all they do. Okay, Dean's still fine. Put you here. Just kill this guy. Can Edda kill one of these guys? 14 damage. I can attack twice. Yeah, she could kill. Wait. No, she'll die. Dang it. If she got a crit on the first hit, but I can't guarantee that. The thing is to heal her up. But I don't want two people being poisoned. Put that over here. What do? You have rework. That's fantastic. I'm surprised you didn't do it sooner. I don't know what else to do. I don't know. Again, I could just warp Asbel here and have him attack Nicola, but I don't know if that's going to be that helpful. Even if he does kill Nikolov, he's got 3 ballistas to deal with. I mean, he has 2 mages, but I'm not necessarily worried about that. These guys? Yeah. What do I do? Let's get you healed. Start getting everyone to the forest, I guess. He has 1 more sleep. I don't care. There we go. That's fine. Alright, let's see what happens. And there's the reinforcements. Damn, I don't think it would take this long to get here. But there's no time to waste. Order the whole army to charge. General Moore. What happened to Commander Reinhardt? He's left for cannot with Princess Ishtar. I'm not privy to the details, but Her Highness was acting strangely. I imagine he was worried for her. He left to babysit the princess instead of coming to battle. What kind of soldier is he? A better one than you'll ever be. Now shut your mouth. You're insulting the chain of command. Ugh, forgive me, General. I meant nothing by it. Still, this is gonna make things harder on us. Well, Reinhardt's not here. I guess that's helpful, but... So far, my best chance to defeat these guys coming up is just get everyone to the forest. Brighton? Oh good, you can attack again, not that it matters. You can't put anyone to sleep. What is my goal? Seize the gate. Yeah, the only one that can seize it is Leaf. So sending in Asbel wouldn't do anything. My last heal. He gets hit. Marita, just go here. Okay, she could just guard there. Oh, these guys have rework. Rapiers and Thorons. Can I even steal those? Nope. If you have one more con, I could. Which one's the... Muller. Master Sword, Thoron, Vulnerary. Thorons have high crit rate? Ah, that's just fantastic. That was the last sleep. Division Mage Giants. Gelben Ritter affiliation. Or Gelben Ritter. 3rd Division. 3rd Division, okay? They are 2 separate divisions. So that means they are not affected by... I think the high rate is normal. They have a lot less avoid. So they're not affected by... Situs. Okay. So... the goal... I still need to seize the gate. They still want me to do that, unless this plot changes. So the goal should be going after Molar. Warp Leaf. Have him go straight after Molar. He'll survive, clearly. with 119 accuracy. 72 avoid. Actually, Leaf wouldn't do that bad. I mean, he'd probably end up dying. What do you think? Go for the very risky strat. Warp Leaf over right here. Have him attack Molar and just see if he lives. Sadly, he doesn't have a way to attack back. Yeah. Rapier won't really help all that much. Light Brand is almost broken. I mean, Asbel could try. 92 avoid. Honestly, Asbel will dodge probably almost all of their attacks. And he could attack back. You know what? Why not? Let's try it. I feel like I would need to restart anyway to have a better position, but oh well. Let's go for it. This is probably the biggest mistake I can make, but, you know, let's try. That's fine. Okay, Asbel. What do we got? So they have a 9% chance to... No, wait. No, that's attack speed. 47. Dang it. I thought it would be higher than that. Or lower than that, I mean. He has the Master Sword equipped. Let's back up. I only get to attack once. Oh well. Yeah, this was a mistake. Oh then. Now to rescue him, I really could if I wanted to. Who has the rescue staff? Yeah, him getting the crit was very lucky. That being said, it didn't kill. Yeah. If he got the kill with the crit, that would have been amazing. But no. Who has rescue? You do. Well, I can't do that strat. Oh, and Shiva and Kallian are probably going to be taken. This is just really bad. Yeah, they're asleep, and they're gonna be captured. Oh, he ran... Oh, Vulnerary. Well, that's one. That doesn't have to do with Asbel, but... That's fine. Okay, he's using rewarp. Wait, what? He tried using rewarp, but he missed. How does that work? Okay. Going for Asbel. Wait, using the rapier? Why? Asbel have too much magic? They can't deal damage with Thoron? His magic is now at 18. Oh, no, okay, no, that one's trying Thoron. They give more damage with the rapier? Maybe. That's kind of what I was thinking. A little bit more HP. Go Asbel! Yeah, this ain't that bad. I mean, sure, he's taking a decent amount of damage, but this ain't that bad. Another HP. Oh, he did like 4 damage. That one lived because I missed. This is why I run out of tomes, because I use Asbel a lot. Okay. And Marita gets more experience. Okay, I think it's best if Dean just kind of stays there. Checking the church. I will visit. Ah, Sarah, where do you think you're going? Ah, oh, are you with the Liberation Army? Did this young woman say something to you? Please don't put too much stock into it. The girl sometimes blurts out the strangest nonsense. She could be the most mysterious. Go. Go. Go where? Go. I will go with them. But they said they were with the army. Ah, Sarah, wait. Go. Take me with you. You have to take me with you. Okay. A silent staff. Okay. This is a weird recruitment. I mean, it's not like I can use it. Not really. Why is she here? Honestly, the only reason she's here? To give me another silent staff. All of her stats. Okay, wait. Miracle? Okay. She has Miracle, luck times 3, chance to avoid all fatal damage. She has Wrath. And she has Paragon. Oh, okay. This is all why you use her. And even though she's a cleric, she can use tomes. Like, all of them. Five Vigor. She has good magic. So the Vigor, B ranked staffs. I don't know what else am I missing. So the idea is just set her in... Vigor increases Avoid? Is that what it does? I forget what Vigor does. Well, if I want to get her down here, I would have to have Dean rescue. No, Vigor does not do that. It's not letting me check. If it does not boost anything like Avoid. Authority is the one that boosts accuracy and evasion. Where's Leaf? Just Leaf, I think. Fergus? Fergus has Vigor. Again, is Vigor what, potentially lets you move again? Is that the set that lets you... Okay. Music note. Yeah, so... Vigor is the stat that might let you move a second time after you move, right? So if she has super high Vigor, she has a good chance of moving multiple times. Put her in range of someone, give her a tome. She has a good chance of surviving, she'll crit, and she gets double experience. I can see why someone would want to use Sarah. I can see why. Well, for now, let's go with... But Abby says she's a bad cleric. I already used up most of that thunder. Let's maybe use some hellfire. She is the reason you played this game? You liked one of her arts. Can you do anything? I don't have that many armor slayers. Yeah, can you post that art? I wouldn't mind seeing it. Maybe put you here. Keep you here, maybe? What do I do? Okay, let me see this art. Huh. Looks nice. Mm-hmm. Pretty realistic. This is not good. Don't know what else to do. I'm kind of surprised he used a vulnerary, but because he's going first, restore won't go into effect. Why? Why? Well, Asbel's most likely dead. If Leaf doesn't die first. Why didn't I use the restore staff? I don't know why I didn't do that. I should have. And there it is. This is tough. I don't know what else to do. I am ending it here though, because I need to think about this. Yeah, how many times has Leaf died in total so far? I know it's not many. Like what? This might be his third death. But yeah, I am ending it here. Thanks for everyone who showed up. I'm doing Fire Emblem on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and Mega Man Battle Network on Wednesdays at noon Pacific time. If you want to see the old streams that are not on Twitch anymore, they're on YouTube at ScottBot64 Stream Archives. I don't know what else to do. Maybe warp someone to the ballistas sooner? That's the only thing I can think of. Maybe I'll think about it over the weekend. Anyway, have a good day. Later.